Hi, my name is Paige. This song is called Keep Your Self-Help. Once in a while we find ourselves alone in the countryside. Pull the plug on the city to breathe. Drove away seeking peaceful street. We climbed determined to the top of the hill. The weak bailing early while the strong test their will. All to bleed and sweat and cry to figure out before we die how to stop and rest until we're quiet and still. Once I took your lead, held your hand strolling easy street, stole the keys, moved and changed my name, flew from upside down, never been the same. We climbed determined to the top of the hill, the weak bailing early while the strong test their will. All to bleed and sweat and cry to figure out before we die how to stop and rest until we're quiet and still. Once or twice in vain I've sought the desert in the pouring rain, sold my possessions in some online store, made plans to visit lands I felt at peace before. We climbed determined to the top of the hill, the weak bailing early while the strong test their will. All to bleed and sweat and cry to figure out before we die how to stop and rest until we're quiet and still. Have you ever heard of feng shui? Ever heard of yoga? Have you tried some meditation, sat alone to contemplate? Well, I've heard it all, and I've tried a few, but I've discovered under this sun, nothing's new. We climbed determined to the top of the hill, the weak bailing early while the strong test their will. All to bleed and sweat and cry to figure out before we die how to stop and rest until we're quiet and still. How to stop and rest until we're quiet and still. Thank you.